Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Gaming with an Idiot. It's your girl, Kaneda. And yeah, we're playing Minecraft. Oh, man. I'm feeling bummed about the channel, because both videos that, that I've released got 0 views. Which is fine. I understand if nobody cares watching them, nobody cares to watch them, but it's a little bummer. One view was nice before. It was like, oh, at least somebody cares. But now it's like, well, now nobody cares. Nobody's here. Nobody's watching. And yeah, I decided that hey, if no one's gonna care, then back to Minecraft. I'm not ending this. I said that no matter if I didn't get no views, I still plan to keep doing this. It's just a thing I want to do. Document my experiences, understand my own history. I've become the mom of today, you know, when they would always take a photo of what their kid is doing. But instead now I'm just I don't know, just documenting my mindset, I guess. So yeah, Minecraft. I've been playing a bit of Minecraft recently. A little bit. Just a little bit with friends. On a server, and yeah. I enjoy Minecraft, as we all know. Obviously, I have to enjoy it to make this what I want to do for a gaming sesh, but as the title does imply, it is just me gaming. It's not inherently Minecraft based. And I did try to play a different game, but I kind of mentally struggled there. I guess I just couldn't think of the topic properly, which is a shame. I do say it's a shame. But hey, now that I'm back here, do you guys ever feel sad? You know, like you want to jump off of a bridge? Oh, that's a little dark. But yeah, it's not that I'm depressed or anything. It's just that I just feel weird. Actually, I feel a little glad. A friend came to my house the other day unprompted, and it made me feel really happy. Because usually people don't do that. I'm not the type of person where people usually think of that way. And it was really nice to know that they were just, you know, well, they just wanted a friend to talk to about their life, you know. Maybe they've already talked to many people about it, but, you know, the fact that they came to me, they even called me, asked me, you know, it was like, oh, it's really nice. I know you did it for yourself, but, like, it's weirdly nice of you, even though you didn't mean it. And I was really grateful. I mean, I'd probably tell that, I mean, I haven't seen this person in a while. It's not like we hadn't become friends, unlike another person, but it was just they were busy, and well, I guess I wasn't, so I never saw them. But you know, they told me about their life, got me up to date, and you know, I was like, oh damn, busy. They've got a dog, you know, good for them. Well, not really. It's good and bad for them, because you know they love the dog, but also it's stressing them out, like most people and dogs. And it's like, oh, well, I hope it gets better. In the nicest sense, I hope it gets better. Oh, but yeah, it was nice of them. They probably don't understand what it means to me. You know, usually, I don't really get unprovoked calls of niceness, you know. Especially when they don't really want me to do. Because usually when I get calls, it's usually for the person to do their thing, which usually I'm fine with. But this time it was just talk. That's it. Like you don't have to leave your house. You don't need to walk anywhere. I just want to talk to someone for a couple minutes, for less than 20, and that's it. And I'll be on my way again. You know, life's busy enough. You know, I can't be hanging about. It was nice. It was like, oh damn, this person views me as someone that they don't need anything from, just They just want me to hear about their life, and they want to hear about my life. You know, that's it. It made me happy. You know, it's like none of us were really vying for attention. More like we just wanted to talk. We hadn't talked in a while, so we talked. It was just nice. It was just nice. As human as you can get, as some would say, as human as you can get. Yeah. I think if you ever meet me, as I always say, every episode just has to have me say, if you ever meet me, you probably think I don't want to talk, and usually that's the case. But you know, sometimes people bring up interesting things, and I'm like, damn, that is actually interesting in the sense of it interests me. Like, obviously, you tell me about like your recent divorce or something like that, I'll probably scoff and be like, yeah, that sounds sorry about that, huh? That must suck, right? But like, I don't really find there's not really much I can say after that. It's like I can't really relate afterwards. But like, when it's a friend, you kind of want to just talk to them. Sometimes it's like you don't really want to do something that they like doing or achieve something. Sometimes you just want to sit down, you know, and talk. That's it. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot. I just sat and talked. I talked to this person, and then they went off, and then maybe I'll talk to them more. They'll tell me about their life more, and then they'll go off again. Yeah. I miss people, you know. Sometimes sometimes I just think, if only everyone was rich so they wouldn't have to waste their lives making money, lol. Right, so they could just talk. But I think some people need jobs. I don't think some people can do what others can do. Which is, I mean, is not the key premise of equality. It's like, it's the modern sense of equality. Not that everyone's equal, but everyone is accepted equally, even though they're different. There needs to be a new word for that, because it is inherently bullshit. It technically is not the word equal, because it is not equal valued, you know? But it is equally accepted. There's a difference, right? And I guess I don't mind it if you say it like that, but if you say equal and this is true equality, it's like, well, no, it's not true equality. It's a completely different word that I do agree is the best thing to do, but what is it? What is treating everyone the same? Some would say it's communism. I would say, you know, that it's communism. It does sound like communism. Obviously, everyone has their advantages and disadvantages, but should your advantages and disadvantages truly separate you from someone else? Right? Like, should you not be allowed to talk to that person just because you are not equal? In the literal sense, like, you're just literally not equal. I disagree. I don't think it should. Your strengths and differences, I feel like humans are a value, right? And everybody should be at least, some people are just assholes, so they lose a bit of value over time. And some people just, they get old, so they just lose value inherently, right? But everyone had value, right? The only people who lose value truly are dead people and monsters, right? But then who gives you the right to decide what that means? Even a dead person probably has more value than a murderer. At least a dead person means something to someone, at least, in some cases. Sadly, there are many cases where a dead person means nothing to someone, and is sadly just another corpse that rots away, like the many that you find every day. Reality can be cruel, but, you know, if you have someone to talk to, it becomes much bearable, huh? It becomes much more friendly. You're dealing with less stuff. You're talking to more people. You're just living. The more you live, the more you try to live. Don't think about it. Think about it. Think about it. God. Why is it I play Minecraft. Why is I picked Minecraft and this to me, I'm already like talking way better than I was last time. Maybe it's because when I play other games, right, I'm like thinking, right, but I am thinking while playing Minecraft. It's not like I'm not thinking. I'm clearly looking at the screen. I'm clearly making thoughts, right? But like very easily I can just move on, you know, like not talk about Minecraft, right? But if I'm playing a different game, I'm looking at the game, talking about something else, and all of a sudden I'm Struggle McGee. I'm just, you know, falling into a river of struggle, which is weird. It's like, why am I struggling? Should I be struggling? Why am I struggling? What is my life? What is existence? And what is the meaning of yourself? What is the meaning of self-worth? What is going on here? Never know, bud. I never know. Do do da 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 da. Bruh. Bruh. Yeah. I don't know. God, people are I don't know. Once again, I bring my conversation back to people and my relationship with them. People are people. People are people. People are equal, depending on how you view it. Some people view it as true equality, and some people view it as something a little different. In the end, isn't equality just something we made up? Realistically, is any animal really equal to any other? Or is equality just the idea that we all exist, right? That it's not the inherent desire to keep living, but the inherent fact that we do live that makes us equal. I don't know. Maybe equality is the cum that comes out of my nuts. Wah, 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 wah. Who knows? All I know is that you don't always feel equal to other people, do you? I feel like that's a great example of people's inherent desire not to be equal. You know, because sometimes you don't actually feel equal to someone. You look at yourself and you just go, I'm not the same as, I'm like not in a skin sense or like in a culture sense or anything like that, but you just don't feel equal to someone in like skill, capacity, strength, you know, all that. And for some people don't even want to be equal to that person. They want to be more than that person. So what if that person had the same mindset to you? No one would ever be equal because they're either trying to be better than the other or realize that they can't be better than the other person, and then they'd give up. Right? This is just another one of the forms of many equilibriums. Equalizements. Life is a square. I am a rectangle. Brrr. Give your takes in the comments below, my zero viewer. Help me figure out what the meaning of life is. Oh, maybe I should make shorts videos. I thought about making shorts videos, but also I'm like, God, I don't really care for short videos. Like, I watch them like most human beings. I feel like they're not something that you can kind of avoid. Like, you're gonna end up watching a short video whether you like it or not. It's like it's not really a choice at this point. You're watching a shorts video. And I think my one problem with shorts video is that yes, it does give you more chance to view. But I've watched some of the most interesting shorts videos, and then I watch the views, and I'm like, damn, seriously, this is like perfect shorts content. He is perfectly, the person has perfectly stated the subject, the matter, the using great like power, like sorts of like PowerPoints. You know what I mean? Or puchas or something like some word I learned in art class. You know what I mean? That, but like some of them are really good to the point where like they do elaborate, and then Mr. Beast goes and be like, "Here, here's a car. I'm tipping you a car." Oh, hey, that's nice. That's cool. And the video ends. It's like, okay, that definitely was a short. I feel like there's definitely much more lazier shorts that are just, well, I don't. Sure, the idea of a short is that it's a short video to the point of like less than 30 seconds, less than a minute, right? But I feel like there are some people who understand this medium much better. I like I've just started rambling about shorts videos. Like I think TV and Skyan does a good job, and I think there are many people who do style videos like him that understand. But like, I feel like that other than TV and Skyan, how many people get views the same like he does for shorts? I mean, he made a whole he made a whole second channel. I guess he already knew the value of shorts because he made a whole second channel just for shorts. So he knew what a shorts channel could do in the long run. But the only problem is he didn't keep the shorts on his channel, so it didn't really make people come to him. It just made people know the name TB and Skyan Shorts, or TB and Skyan. And yeah, I am one of the few people, I believe, that have watched one of his short videos and then gone and watched one of his longer form videos. But let's be honest, how many people actually do that? I feel like it's not as common as you think. I think it's not as common as you think, but that's just because people are no offense to people. I don't think it's people's fault if they don't want to watch the content. They have the right to watch or not watch, right? But people just they watch the content, the shorts video, and then well, they're obviously satisfied with what they got. You can't really blame them for being satisfied. Isn't that what you wanted to do by making a good shorts video, right? Do you need your viewer to be unsatisfied for them to then go watch your actual video and then be satisfied? Or would the unsatisfaction make them move on and go watch something they actually want to watch? It is a dilemma. A dilemma indeed. Right? Obviously, this is obviously still up to the shorts creator, depending on what he does. But, you know, it's the things that I think about. Other things I think about: blacksmithing, occasionally. Mechanics, occasionally. Sewing. Oh my god, I thought about sewing again. Sculpting. Let me elaborate on the sewing thing before I move on to the sculpting thing. Okay, so sewing. I have not big interest in sewing because I don't obsess over it, but like just the ability to sew is pretty neat to me, and I'd like to like sew like armor-based clothing, like stuff that you could layer upon, like in a dress or stuff like that. Like, I'm not saying that I'm gonna go make a dress. I'm not. I don't have a sewing machine, and I never really planned to get one, just because I don't think I'm competent enough to use it as much. I mean, I own a lot of tech in my home, and let's be honest, I do not use as much as I should. Like, maybe I'll crack it open once every month. Maybe if it's lucky. Currently, I broke a machine and I still have not got it fixed, which is kind of funny to me. But then again, I also haven't needed it, so it's also this weird balance. It's like, oh, I could get it fixed and then use it for what? I don't have anything to use it on, so it just sits there menacingly, just vibing in my corner of my room. But maybe when I move, I'll end up refixing it. It's not like it's broken, it's just that I just haven't needed it, so I've never had to fix it. It's very simple. Never had to fix it because I've never needed it. But yeah. Oh, on the other topic, I said sculpting. I do a little bit of sculpting. If you know me in real life, my favorite saying ever, you would know that I did an art degree, not an art degree, but I took my major. as if I'm an American. What do we call it? I went to college for art and design, right? So I have a pass in a design subject, which is I. It's like I don't really know what I can do with it. I got into uni because of it, but like also I feel like they would have still let me in anyway, as long as I just showed a desire to create, which is something I assume they don't get many of, right? Creators. Not to insult anybody, which I always find weird. It's like, oh yeah, you just seem so creative. That's why we're gonna let you in. What is everyone else's desire here then? It's like this is very much an art subject, right? Artist blacksmithing. It's in the name. It's a subject about creating art out of metal, right? So if I'm one of the most artistic ones here, what is everyone else making? What is everyone making? I'm assuming people are making things that they like, right? But I think as an artist, I think a little, not a little differently to the public, just slightly. Just some things that a friend of mine tells me. Whenever she looks at character design, she just thinks about how cool they are, and not about like the history that goes behind it, how it relates to the story. It's probably one of the reasons why I kind of like TV and Sky, because he like obviously does that stuff. I've never really seen the man draw, but I feel like he has a good enough understanding on design where I'm like, I can't imagine him not knowing how to draw. It'd be kind of weird. He makes very good and informed statements about, well, obviously art. It'd be weird that if he couldn't draw, because but it does remind me of myself a bit, because you know, I feel like lots of times as people that you feel like you know something more than someone, but you also know that you've never done it. So how could you know more? But then you do it, and then you find that you do know more, and it's like this weird dilemma of like, ooh, I could tell him off because I literally know he's doing the wrong thing, but also that's just wrong. That's just wrong of me to do. But I guess nothing's wrong of you to do as long as you're kind about it. You know, everybody wants respect. You know, TV and Sky, and you're an alright guy. Your Bleach video is wrong though. Block me. Block me. But it's not fully wrong. That's my opinion. Maybe if I ever blow up, I'll make a video about the TV and Sky and Bleach video. God, watch as he doesn't care. I watch as he just doesn't care. He'll just be like, I don't care. Shut up. Shut up. I'm not interested. Please stop telling me about it. I get it. People didn't like my opinion. That's fine. I mean, if you haven't seen this video, as I already have 30 minutes, I still have like 10 minutes. I'll get into it. Pretty much is TV and Sky had a theory about the early halves of Bleach, which was that the power system was specifically getting over grief, and then your ability to get over grief was how you became stronger in Bleach, right? Simple concept. The idea of Ichigo fighting the Grand Fisher because he finds out the Grand Fisher kills his mom. He doesn't defeat the Grand Fisher, but he does indeed end up getting stronger. Orihime accepts her brother's death, ends up getting powers. Chad, the same thing, accepts his grandfather and what he did for him, gets power. Obviously, Uryu was not the same, but also Uryu still had the idea of his grandfather in his head. But I think his problem is that his theory is actually right. The only problem is so the reason that he thinks the later half is bad is because that idea was dropped. But the only reason that idea was dropped is because all the people in the Soul Society aren't technically humans, right? Sure, they go through grief and stuff like that, but also they're not people. They don't live as long as us. They don't die from old age. Like Captain Yamamoto is old as shit snuggets, bro. What's his name? What's that fat guy's name with the paintbrush? It's Yu-Hawk versus I don't know his name, but you know what I'm talking about. You know, they don't age. So my idea was that he's right to Fullbringers, right? All Fullbringers get their abilities off of grief, which is literally explored in the Fullbringer arc, where every single one of them got their powers from a trauma. And in the end of that arc, Ichigo gets his powers back from experiencing a large amount of trauma, right? He believes he has failed, you know, that he's legitimately unworthy, that he will rot in fucking, I don't know, sex hell. But like, yeah, TV and Sky is right, but not for everyone. The abilities of a Fullbringer are based off of grief. And then you would ask me, okay, then what is the ability of a Soul Reaper? What defines a Soul Reaper? Is it age? Partially that, I believe. But I feel like the greatest way to figure that out would be through Aizen, right? I feel like to figure out what a Soul Reaper's powers is measured off, you would have to use Aizen. And this is where I would do research, because at this point, I'm kind of like, I got really nothing. But I do feel like the answer to Soul Reaper powers lies within Aizen. I mean, Aizen's not too old, but also he's one of the strongest. But you also have to think, okay, when did... Oh my god, Soul Reaper's powers are their souls. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so obvious. It's so obvious, I hate myself. A Soul Reaper's power comes from their soul. Spiritual pressure. But like, as in... Like, literally, like, their soul. Like, as in straight up. Like, a human's power comes from their mind, which is their emotions, or some would say their heart. Wait, would that mean a Quincy's power comes from their mind? Wait. A Fullbringer's power comes from their heart, as in emotions, right? Strong emotions create stronger powers. That is literally in the Fullbringer arc. So, a Soul Reaper's power comes from their strong soul. Whatever that means. Means something, though. A strong soul creates a strong Soul Reaper. A strong mind creates a strong Quincy. Yu-Hawk has the literal ability of seeing into the future. That to me is like mind's eye monogamy, bruh. That's mind's eye schmogamy, man. Like, oh my god. I mean, is it as clever as Trauma? No, but also, like, you can't have an entire power system that is just that. Like, I think the idea of a Soul Reaper's power coming from their soul, it sure loses a little bit of that emotional weight as a reader if that's how you would, if you had clocked on to that fact, right? But also, like, every character can't be fucking traumatized. Like, sure, I get it, right? We're all people, but like, not everyone is traumatized the same way as someone else. But also, I guarantee you, there's lots of people who are less traumatized, who are stronger than more people who are more traumatized. So it's like, what image would Bleach be representing? That being more traumatized than getting over it is better? Is better? You should inflict more harm against yourself so that when you get over it, you would be a stronger person and be able to protect more people from the thing that you put yourself through. It's like, I get TBN's logic, right? But also at the same point, I'm like, why doesn't he get why it's weird? Maybe he does. Maybe he does get it, and he's sick and fucking tired of people bringing it up. He's like, oh my god, I made the Bleach video 5 years ago. Jump over a bridge, okay? You know what? I'm fine with that. It's like, if he's straight up like, dude, I get it. I already figured that out. I just don't delete videos, which is up to him. That's literally up to him. Yeah, that's literally straight up fine. He doesn't want to hear it. He doesn't want to hear it. But like, it was weird for me because it's like it didn't take me that long to figure out why. You know, the whole Soul Reaper Soul thing. Like, I literally was saying how I was like, yeah, I'll come back to it, but I guarantee you the answer lies in Aizen. How does Aizen become stronger? Using the Hokyoku, which he ripped out of Rukia's soul. I know that he literally did not rip it out of her soul. I know that. But also, he made the Hokyoku using Fullbringer's souls. He used the emotions of humans and put them into a soul. Are you telling me that Soul Reaper's powers is human souls? Oh. I'm trying to use examples of strong Soul Reapers and what makes them who they are, right? Byakuya's desire currently originally was order and just doing as his family wants and not making a mess. Now it's protecting his sister at all costs because that's what means to him. She is his life. That's not trauma. That's purpose, right? That's completely different. Right? But how does purpose lead into the soul? Maybe some people would say that your soul purpose, your purpose comes from your soul, right? Yamamoto desires to protect everyone of the Soul Society through his own will to do so, right? It's not that he's traumatized by anything. Quite the opposite. The man is very comfortable doing what he wants, but his soul will not let him rest. Shunsui is a man who feels that no one ever told him the truth, so he acts relaxed, laid back, ignores it. It's not that he's traumatized. He just knows that people don't need to know what he's doing, what he's sussing up to. Everybody's related to the soul. Kenpachi Zaraki is a man who desires, his deepest soul desire is to fight, and that is it. It's a soul. The Soul Society is about your soul meaning. Sure, they all have trauma, yes, but trauma is not what defines the Soul Reapers, right? Except Rukia. But then again, Rukia is kind of like the most human of the Soul Reapers, right? Like, she literally has a Gigai. She literally was in a human body. Like, she had regrets. Yeah. How many Soul Reapers have regrets? Like, straight up. Like, straight up. It's like weird to say. You think like, yeah, they all have regrets, right? They've all done things they hated. But it's like, Kupo picked out specifically the ones who had been given human bodies to have regrets, which I do find interesting. But also, I'm gonna have to end it here. What? Yeah, it's been your girl Koneda. No, yeah, but I'm gonna go. It has been a day. I've talked about a lot of things, more things than I thought I would, and I know that it's gonna get 0 views as usual. But hey, is it my soul that's crying or my heart? Who knows? But it has been your girl Koneda, and I hope you have a good day.